One of the funnest days of my life, it's right up there, gotta be top 10 for sure, is when we took a family vacation on the 4th of July out to Telluride, Colorado. I was looking for something to do. Regardless of where I go, I always look for something car related to do. If it's driving an exotic around a racetrack, or I want to make sure I have the most fun rental car. Well, in Telluride, you rent a Jeep and you go play in the mountains. We drove our Subaru out there with our 35 miles to the gallon, and we rented this Jeep for the day and took it up into what we didn't even know were some of the best Jeep trails, 4x4 trails our country has to offer. Black Bear Pass and Imogene. We took this Jeep up to 14,000 feet and man, was it fun. It is a lifestyle having a Wrangler. It is so much fun. Everything that comes along with it. If you're in the market for a Wrangler, you don't know what you're getting into if you haven't had one before. Be prepared. Guys, the 4-cylinder is not new to the Wrangler. However, in 2018, later in the year, they brought it back. Back in 1941, the first Willys was a 4-cylinder. We haven't seen a 4-cylinder in the Wrangler since 1997 to 2006 in that TJ. Let's see if they made a good call bringing it back.
The $1,000 2-liter inline-4 option that this Wrangler has, called the Hurricane, a lot of people are thinking that this is actually the same motor that's in the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, which actually they are wrong. It is very similar, but there is some differences. This is a specific motor to the Jeep Wrangler.
So guys, the 2-liter 4-cylinder Wrangler, it has some pretty cool tech in it. It's almost like a hybrid. No, it's not a hybrid. It's not going to say that anywhere on your window sticker. There's not going to be a sticker on the back of it with a happy little H with some green leaves that say hybrid. But it does have some pretty cool tech. It has a system that uses a belt, the starter, and a generator that kind of helps spin the crankshaft at lower RPMs. Guys, so that does a couple things. That takes a lot of the strain off of the motor. That's also going to help before that turbo spools up. It helps the engine generate that power before that turbo helps take over. It also adds some greater efficiency to that auto stop start feature.
The 4-cylinder Hurricane is available with all options. The Sahara, the Sport, the Rubicon, you can get it in all of those. But the only thing is you can only get this thing in an automatic, which is kind of unfortunate for some people. So you're not going to be seeing some really great improvements on gas mileage, but what you are going to be seeing is in our 2014 Jeep Wrangler, we had 33-inch tires on ours, so we had a little bit worse gas mileage. We were getting around 18. But on this here 4-cylinder, you're going to be seeing some low 20s. So not a massive difference, but still something to take count of because it does add up over time.
So yeah, what Austin was saying about the gas mileage, those are just numbers, guys. You got to take the whole thing into account. Jeep recommends that you put 91 octane in here, whereas the 3.6 you're fine with 87. Obviously, you can put 87 in here. It's recommended for the optimum performance and those horsepower numbers you're seeing, as well as those fuel efficient numbers. But if you're gonna be putting 91 octane or higher octane in the 2-liter 4-cylinder, you're gonna be paying more dollar for dollar, mile for mile than the 3.6. So don't be buying the 4-cylinder thinking you're getting a gas mileage saving. Guys, it's more of a way the power is delivered. Now keep in mind, the horsepower numbers are not that substantial with the V6 to the 4-cylinder. You can look up those numbers, guys. They're not that different. But the difference is the torque. The torque in the 4-cylinder with that turbo is substantially more. And that is more in your seat feel when you're driving it. That power is going to come on hot and heavy versus that gradual, steady curve. So once you get up to 2,500, 3,000 RPMs in the 4-cylinder turbo, that's when you're going to feel that power come on, and it's going to come on hot and heavy. In the 3.6 Penstar, that's just going to be a nice, steady uphill climb with your acceleration and power delivery.
Really quick, since we are talking about the $1,000 Hurricane engine option, let's go over some of the other options we feel are absolute must-haves on this beautiful Wrangler. One of them is the $995 LED light package, which is the headlights and the taillights. You will get this and this as your daytime running light up front. And now as we're moving back, we're gonna get an hourglass sort of outline LED look around back here, as well as an LED for your license plate. Another absolute must-have option, we feel these are the 3 absolute must-haves: the headlights, the cold weather group, which I'm going to show you right now. The cold weather group is going to give you 2 front heated seats. It's going to give you a heated steering wheel and an auto start stop when you do have the automatic transmission. It does not count when you have the manual because you got to push that clutch in, which it can't do by itself. Next option, this Jeep does not have it, is the 8.4-inch touchscreen display. This does have everything that the 8.4-inch could do: navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that. It has all that good stuff, but it honestly just looks cheap in here. It does not give you that big, beautiful display. It still is very high quality, but I feel that 8.4-inch is an absolute must.
So guys, the main reason for this review, obviously I'm a Wrangler fan, my wife's a Wrangler fan, but we had that 2013 that we put 60,000 miles on that kind of had the Mopar flagship 3.6 liter Penn-Star motor in it, which is still available in the Wrangler. Guys, it's a great motor. It really is. Obviously they put it in all their cars. It's got a good reputation. So now we have this 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. The reason for this review is to see which way you should go on a daily driving standpoint. There's definitely an engine sound that is different. Let's hear if you can pick it up on the video. So you aren't going to win any races. It does have a more in-your-seat feel. You get a little more pushback upon acceleration. You get the air sucking in and that turbo, just some slight turbo noise. Right upon startup, guys, the engine is a little louder. I don't know if tingy's the right way to describe it, but it's definitely a louder engine on idle, and just kind of normal accelerating than that 3.6. I have to say, the first 5-10 miles of driving here, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Is $1,000 a lot of money to you, Todd?
Absolutely, sure is.
The thing I'm recording with right now costs $1,000. It's a lot of money, you know, but for an entire engine, what are you thinking on there?
I think you're going to find yourself driving this 4-cylinder more with your foot on the gas, meaning deeper to the floor than you would be with the V6.
Oh, wait. So if you're doing that, doesn't that just completely eliminate the gas mileage that this gives you?
I'm not saying you're buying a 4-cylinder for the gas mileage. You're gonna be paying more at the pump with higher octane. You're probably gonna like the sound of that turbo, and you're probably gonna get a tune at some point because that market's gonna be huge, and it's gonna make it a lot more fun to drive. But if you want the 4-cylinder for gas mileage, you're making a mistake, I think.
So what, do you think this motor's even worth it?
I like it. I do. I like the noises it makes. I'm a fan of that power delivery that comes on hot and heavy, just because that's me. Obviously, that could be a good thing for the trails as well. Trying to get over a rock and you just want instant power, so that's good stuff for that. It's $1,000, guys, but I also think it's gonna take a while for the true Jeep fans to come into this. I've been seeing these 4-cylinders with steep discounts compared to the proven Pinstar.
I honestly like the Pinstar though. That thing downshifts and you actually feel like you get a lot of power.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd buy a 4-cylinder. I'm a fan. I like it.
Okay, do you think they're gonna throw that in the Gladiator?
No, I don't think they will. Isn't there an article out there that's saying they're not doing that, but that diesel, isn't the diesel that's in the Ram going in the Gladiator, or something along those lines? I could be wrong.
Well, if that's the case, that diesel should be going in here because that would be an amazing crawler.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think it's funny on the Rubicon here. I'm a huge fan of the Rubicon. And that's the first time I've actually looked at these sweet vents that are just menacing looking, and they're so cool looking.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're fake. Isn't that stupid? I hate when they do fake vents. I get it, because, of course, they look cool, but, yeah, they're fake.
Yeah, they do look sweet, but they are fake, unfortunately. And I think that wraps up today's video. That 4-cylinder is going to be completely up to you, in my opinion. I do like it. It does give you some cool turbo noises, but it's $1,000 and it's really up to you. I don't see a huge difference, guys. Yeah, it's quick. I mean, the 3.6 is going to feel quick too. It really is. But yeah, it's up to you. I like it.
Delivery. Different power
exactly.
delivery.
He's exactly right. So thank you guys for watching today. Please like, please subscribe, and please check out Fury Motors. They lended us this 4-cylinder Jeep, and
$52,000 one.
yeah, that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow because that's a lot for a Jeep. But it is also a Jeep that can do a lot of things off road, which is very impressive. So once again, check out Fury Motors. Great place to buy a car. They really do have some cool stuff there. Go check them out online. 3 locations, all here in Minnesota. And I hope you guys really have a great day.
Check out our Gladiator video, too.
Yeah,
We'll see you next time.
Gladiator.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.